the first 30 days are retrained and re-shown everything about that stuff, the next 6 months is so much easier for them, and they make so many less mistakes, and they get significantly better results. They make the money they want. They go through the opportunity structure that you gave them the privilege of walking into earlier, i.e., they get the privilege of getting promoted and hitting their KPIs and everything else toward that at the same time too. But if that doesn't have very clear indications for these things inside your playbooks for them to go through the onboarding to absorb first, it's going to be really fucking hard for them to understand things and comprehend things over that period of time, right? And then you have the training, which is like training on these things, and then going through live examples when you actually do throw them into actual whatever their role is, right? If it's sales, it's sales. If it's setting, it's setting. If it's account management, it's speaking to clients or taking over the accounts of clients or whatever it might be at the same time too. But it's like this is where you need to review all this stuff with people. It's like review all this stuff at frequency so you can make sure they're doing the right thing. And this is why like playbooks are really helpful, because you can see what the standardization of what good and bad looks like, if that makes sense, right? So they can assess themselves. Oh, did I do good? Did I do bad? And then you can work out what do I need to do to actually get better, or what do I need to do? What do I need to continue to do more of to keep winning? If I am winning, if that makes sense, right? And this is where having that like playbook in place and onboarding them effectively, where they can see what the inside of the gym looks like metaphorically, for whatever role that it is that they're about to do, and they can very clearly articulate what they need to do on a daily basis, and they know exactly how to come to you to get help, or they know exactly what the channel or process for getting something reviewed is, or whatever else to help them understand the skill development or character development, or just whenever they're in a bind and they have a challenge that they need to deal with. This is the stuff that they actually need to not worry about, but deal with, if that makes sense, right? And without having that in place, you're going to fail them. It's going to be really tough, and they're going to have a much harder time succeeding. And as a consequence of that, you're going to have a much harder time succeeding. Ramp up time will take longer. It'll take a lot. It'll cost financially a lot more to actually keep these guys up to standard, or train them. And what really could have been like shortened into like 21 to 30 days might take you 6 months. So having that in place after having the playbooks, and then them understanding what that looks like, is just such a huge difference. So if you get it wrong, you're looking at spending a lot more money and utilizing a whole lot less of your freedom that you wanted. If you get it right, scale up quicker, make more money, they make more money, and they have less in their mind about should I stay here, should I go, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.